I grew up on Beverly Road in Arlington. Bertie was the oldest sister and Joy was the youngest. So I kind of was in the middle. You can do this, you can't do that. Whoops, 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 whoops. I played the saxophone. Yeah, well anyhow, that's how I got into music. Yeah, and really got going. I liked it. I liked to sing a little, but I like sports too. I really did. I liked football. Boy, I was ready, but I was kind of skinny. And the coach said, "No, you can't play. You're too skinny." So I was interested in pole vaulting early on then too. And I ran hurdles. I was, I don't know, 4th in the state, but I quit that. I just wasn't fast enough. The higher you can hold on the pole, the higher you can go. Still, you have to use the turn over backwards and go from a headstand to a handstand. That gives you an extra 3 feet. And no, I was only 5'10", if I stretched a little. Yeah, I won the state meet in high school pole vaulting. I did 12 feet 6 inches, which was pretty good then. When they went from bamboo, see, bamboo didn't bend at all, and bamboo breaks. I've had a couple of them break. Yeah, I broke my knee and I broke my elbow different times. But anyhow, I was 5th in the National Collegiate all over the United States in 42. Of course, my knees are all shot to hell. I can't do anything there, but that's all right. I'm all right. I was called up in 43. A lot of guys were. The war wasn't over yet, but I had my appendix explode and was in the hospital. Then when I came back in 44, I won the Big Ten indoors and outdoors and the National Collegiate that year. They wouldn't look at me askance, being a, quote, an athlete, but he sings. Hey, you know what I know, you jerks. I get more women that way than you'll ever. And they're gorgeous. And for the most part, they're wonderful. They really are. Oh, I was kind of an oddity to a point, but you'll forgive me, I chased the girls everywhere I could. Sometimes to the extreme, and I get yelled at by the professors. John, you better... Okay. By God, there were girls everywhere. And that's when I got this, that's when I sent this recording to the Metropolitan in New York, and they sent back your report for your first class at the Met scholarship that I won, yeah. That was kind of neat. I guess I was in love with Broadway. And there was a show coming up, I was read in the paper, called Polonaise. And I was very fortunate I got a part in the show. Man, I was in for not a rude awakening, but boy, I woke up to a lot of things in New York like that. You accept things in theater much more readily and more quickly because you're seeing all kinds of life that you never dreamed about here in Columbus, or God help us, forgive me, in Kentucky. Well, I got to the place where I would have an occasional Jack Daniels and Coke. I'd drink it. But then I kind of graduated to where I'd soften it a little with vodka, cream, and Kahlua. White Russian. Yeah, that's it. It's called a White Russian. I mean, I was in Brigadoon then for a year and a half. Mary, come and audition, and she did, and Cheryl Crawford liked her. She said, all right, you're my understudy for the lead. And that was it. You know, believe it or not, if you're touring particularly for a while, you become a big family. You really do. In those days, $75 a week was great in the chorus. And if you'd be assistant stage manager, you get another $10. I liked that, so that's how I got into it. And then if you were stage manager, you're making 165. And you're going to be the production stage manager, the guys in charge of the whole thing. On tour, I think I got close to $300 a week. Agnes DeMille called me. She called me. In fact, Mary got the call at home. So I called her. She says, yes, I want you to audition. I said, okay, great. So I went over. It was out of this world. She said, now, we don't have a very big part, but we got a part that we think you can do. A couple of times I thought I saw me, but then... This is me right here, with my hat on. Right there in the middle. Then when I came back, I'd helped put the TV station on the air. My time was TV at WOSU. TV was just coming into its own.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Schmidt. We hope you'll be watching WOSU TV starting February 20th.
I'd not give you mad embraces to tear your laces or make you frown, dear. I'll kiss the hem of your gown, dear. Then you will know I love you. My secretary on my left side, Miss FM Modulation, is singing a love call to my junior assistant.
Wunderbar, wunderbar, what a perfect night for love.
And then my junior assistant is answering in harmony. Wunderbar, wunderbar, we're alone and hand in glove. Say, why don't you two get together? Wunderbar, wunderbar, there's a favorite far above, a bright shining star, like our love is wunderbar.
But I think our extension was about the only one that was into 16 millimeter film doing stuff. Most of the other universities at that time didn't even have College of Agriculture. Well, anything that says Cooperative Extension Service, I produced it, period.
Do you help select the clothes for the man in your family? Do you ever have difficulty in coordinating the outfit?
I did a lot of shows on better living.
Use the correct light bulb in the right place for good, comfortable home lighting.
Like all pets, parakeets provide the most satisfaction when they're given the proper care.
A developmental task means a job to be done at a certain time in a person's life.
They are nutritious and can be prepared in a multitude of ways.
The Ohio Cooperative Extension Service.
My chicken tracks were all over Ohio.
If a nuclear incident should occur, we will have to cope with the problem of radioactive fallout. One of the major concerns is the effect of fallout and fallout radiation on food.
During the past year in Ohio, we killed 2,400 persons on our highways.
Go slow.
Gee, I hope Bill likes my hair this way. Brush and brush and brush. Yeah, Mom, I'm coming. Oh, I've got to run.
Oh my.
Was any of that scripted, or were you just making up stuff?
I made it up.
Here to tell you about the care and management phase of growing alfalfa is John Schmidt, television editor for the Ohio Cooperative Extension Service.
Many years of experience have pointed the way to successful production of this high-yielding, high-quality legume.
I better pay attention. Now, did I shoot that stuff? I must have, but I don't remember it. Well, that was a half a century ago then. Yeah, that is me.
Have you ever thought, what I need is peace and quiet to get away from it all? Here we learned how to do the hokey pokey. You put your right arm in, you put your right arm out, you put your right
I didn't know I even did that. I guess I did.
In the afternoon, we had a chance to play a lot of games. One game was horseshoes, and even the girls played horseshoes.
That era was about the first time they started to play horseshoes.
Tuning in the now generation.
Our youth love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority.
Oh, hell.
Disrespect for older people. Children nowadays are tyrants. They no longer rise when adults enter the room.
Crap.
They contradict their parents, chatter before company, gobble their food, and tyrannize their teachers.
I like that. Yeah, well, see, I didn't write the script.
This has been a production of the Ohio Cooperative Extension Service, serving all Ohio, from the Ohio State University, Columbus, Ohio.
3 girls and 2 boys, yeah, tell me about it. The boys will do things that they won't do. The girls will do things that they won't do. And you get, oh hell, you get all kinds. I don't think a girl is any harder to bring up than a boy. In fact, some boys are harder to bring up than girls.
True.
And you get different personalities, and all 5 of my kids are all different.
Good examples are John and Mary Schmidt of Bainbridge, Ohio, this year's National Outstanding Tree Farmers. The Schmidts were chosen because they exemplify what responsible, caring landowners can do to maintain useful, productive forests.
I want you to share. I saw you hug a big old tree up there, and you didn't get your arms clear around it, and you said to Lee, well, this one we can cut.
That's right.
And if you can reach clear around?
If you can reach clear around and touch, we don't take them. Utilization of your woods with everything you can as far as camping, trails, horseback riding. Hey, you know, I think we can make a little bit more syrup. And I said, well, let's do. I'm all for it.
To provide responsible care for this forest land, assistance is available. Further information is available through the Ohio Forestry Association Stewardship Committee. If you can't come to the farm, Bob Evans Farm Sausage will bring the farm to you. Bob Evans Farm Sausage, made fresh daily right on the farm with all the hams and tenderloins included. Pick the pink one, Bob Evans Farm Sausage.
My dad and I are building a new house for my dog, Sherman. We want Sherman's house to be warm this winter, so we're putting in insulation. We insulated our house, and Dad says our heating bill dropped a lot. Insulation can make our house warm. It can make Sherman's house warm, too. I think my dad's a very smart dad.
For more information...
Did you recognize me?
I don't think... Was that you?
Yeah.
Yes? I got an idea for your big phone book.
Better be big, then. Did you fill out all the forms? Stand behind that yellow line. More numbers would make our really big book even bigger.
Want to go to the game? Go to the guide. With high school sports schedules available by phone, so much more than just a phone book. Want to put some get up and go back into your life? The Freedom Scooters from Active Solutions can do it. Call now and put the get up and go back into your life.
The Grandparents Living Theater.
Actors must be 55 to join the company.
They asked as a farm boy if I'd ever butchered hogs. I said sure, and they said, okay, you're a surgical technician.
The OSU Medical Center is co-starring its med students with actors in hopes their future practice makes perfect. In this visit, Julia Yen Stokes must help John, a Broadway-trained actor, by the way, who's been spending a little too much time with his friend Jack Daniels.
You're a pretty girl.
Oh,
Come
thank
on
you.
in.
Thank
Come on
you.
in. You're a doctor?
Yes, I am.
I don't believe that.
You start out a little nervous, knowing that you're being taped. How much have you been drinking?
Oh, that's just a little short snort to get me started in the morning.
But as you progress further on in the interview, you forget that this is just a scenario. It's real life.
Sometimes we throw them quite a curve.
What time did you start drinking this morning?
What time is it now?
Not just one, but several. You never can tell how they're going to react, but you just carry on. And they've got to try and bite the bullet, and hey, this is my patient. I've got to do what I can for him. That's why they're here.
I'm home for the weekend. Here's my dirty laundry. I gotta go. The guys are waiting. I love you.
My hands once busy now are still. The days are long and hard to fill. I wish I could go back and do the little things you ask me to.
Stephanie? Yes. Is this John?
This is John.
Is this an original cast member? He hasn't been to New York since 1955. John, so pleased to meet you.
God love you. It's nice to meet you,
Oh my God, we're honored to have you, John. This is our director, Chris.
Oh, hi, John. So nice to meet you. My pleasure, believe me. My God, I couldn't believe it. You guys were wonderful. I go back to thinking, come on, shouldn't be on stage. Get your butt out.
He started singing a few times. That was
really. I started singing. He didn't say shut up, John. He just said,
Patrick Wilson, play Tommy. I hear you did too.
I did. Way back.
That's great.
It was 2 parents.
Hold on with this.
Have a go. All right, wait, where are the girls?
That's for the girls.
They make for the girls.
Our hair has been done.
I don't know. I just like I said, kind of jack of all trades and not very good at any of them, but I had fun. I did.